And they're off, and they've gone without Running Lion. They set off in the Group 1, Betfred Oaks, starting uphill. Heartache Tonight was quite sharply away. Savethelastdance too, with Sea of Roses on the inside, the yellow-jacketed Bright Diamond. Soul Sister is wider out. And then back to Eternal Hope and Red Riding Hood and Mammon June towards the inside of Caernarfon as they swing round a right-hander into a little bit of shade and making their way up the hill. And it's Sea of Roses who leads the way to Heartache Tonight. Then Red Riding Hood improving up on the outside, followed by stable companion Savethelastdance. Ryan Moore just glancing down to his left. Then Eternal Hope. Bright Diamond round the inside. Soul Sister further back. Mammon June. And then at the back is Caernarfon as they continue to climb. And a shock at the start. Running Lion hasn't taken part in the race as they run uphill still, and it's Sea of Roses that leads the way. Heartache Tonight, out wide Red Riding Hood, Bright Diamonds on the inside of Savethelastdance, then Mammon June, Eternal Hope, Caernarfon and Soul Sister and Frankie Dettori just about the back markers now, about 8 lengths behind the leaders. Turning left-handed and beginning the run down towards Tattenham Corner. Sea of Roses leads the way to Heartache Tonight. Caught 3 wide is Red Riding Hood. Bright Diamond is back on the inside from Savethelastdance. Then Mammon June, Eternal Hope, Caernarfon and Soul Sister still looking on as they race down inside the final 5 furlongs and heading towards this all-important left-hand turn. Sea of Roses and Heartache Tonight. Red Riding Hood is caught out rather wide. Then behind these Bright Diamonds, Savethelastdance is just hunting the lead, just being nudged into the bridle by Ryan Moore. Then Mammon June, followed back in the field by Eternal Hope, Caernarfon and Soul Sister now making rapid progress down the outside. Soul Sister as they run down the home straight. Sea of Roses, Heartache Tonight, Bright Diamond. Savethelastdance under pressure. Then Caernarfon, but look to the left. Here comes Soul Sister behind these Mammon June, and then behind those Eternal Hope and Red Riding Hood. And Soul Sister comes to challenge Caernarfon, and then on the inside Savethelastdance, who's staying on well, racing down towards the final furlong. It's Soul Sister that takes over now from Caernarfon and Savethelastdance. The Musidora winner, she's kicking away, is Soul Sister in the hands of Frankie Dettori. Another farewell classic win for Frankie. Why is he giving up? He wins on Soul Sister. Tight for second, Savethelastdance. Caernarfon ran a blinding race. They were well clear then.
Well, the Betfred Oaks was a race of 2 extremes for John and Thady Gosden, with Running Lion rearing in the stalls and being withdrawn, but with Soul Sister winning and winning in magnificent style. Let's concentrate on the positive first of all. That was a superb performance.
Yes, it was, because she had a funny old draw, and Frankie saw early on he was going to be stacked 3-4 wide, so he dropped her back virtually to last. So she had to have the class to come down the outside and pass the whole field, which she did.
What were you thinking as you were seeing those tactics being executed?
No, I was really happy when he decided to drop her in and save ground. You can't go 3-4 wide round here and expect to win unless you're sort of 25 lengths the best. And no, it was a great plan B from his viewpoint. And then in the straight, my only feeling was she's coming there nicely, but I have no idea if she'd stay. The family have not got 1.5 miles. Her full brother was 1 mile. In France, 1.1 miles maybe, but never beyond. So I was naturally concerned she wouldn't stay. She showed a lot of speed in the Musidora, but she's come and done it extremely well and showed a great attitude.
She showed herself to be very, very versatile. I mean, I know it all went wrong in the Fred Darling, but you were starting out over 7 furlongs with her.
Yeah, she hated the ground, and so Frankie actually he gave her a piece of work, which was very nice of him. She appreciated it. It's the right thing if it was heavy. It wasn't soft, it was bottomless. And she trained well and came up to Musidora very well, and the stud have been fantastic. And Lady Bamford, I said, I want to run her there. Are you sure? And I said, yes, please, can I? And we did, and the rest is now history.
And what do you see her as now? I mean, going into this, you've had your questions answered about her stamina, so she's clearly a very versatile filly. What do you see for the rest of her campaign?
I think anything from 1.25 miles to 1.5 miles, you'd be fine for her. You obviously have obvious races, the Irish Oaks, but, I wouldn't be frightened of any 1.25 mile race for her either, because she's got the gears.
And you've got Emily Upjohn in the same stable as well. Quite a day to have the 2 of them winning so well.
Yeah, a huge day, and look, fabulous owners. And let's face it, Emily Upjohn is probably 1.5 miles, but I think she could come back to an eclipse.
Yes, you mentioned the clips from Emily earlier.
Yeah.
So the Irish Oaks will be the next step, but then you wouldn't be afraid of dropping down in trip with Soul Sister?
No, I wouldn't be. So we'll just see how she is after the race, but she looked pretty cool in here.
And how about Running Lion? Have you had a report from Thady about how she is?
She kicked out. Thady's there. She's back now at the stable. She kicked out and caught her leg on the gate, scraped it, and they didn't want to run her. And they had to open the back gate, let her out, and then she got loose. And you saw Oisin was upset. So he's on the ground. Look, she's never done anything wrong in the gate. She's been like a pussycat. I think she's probably getting ready to go and just caught her leg. So they withdrawn her. She's absolutely fine. We'll get her right at home and go to the Prix d'Anne in 16 days.
And from your perspective, I mean, for Thady, it's a superb Oaks success, but for you, it's your fourth, isn't it? The fourth Oaks win?
It is, and look, you've had bad luck on them too. You know, a few got knocked over, and you know it happens. But it's lovely to win such a fabulous race, and look, great to Fred to sponsor. I think it was a big move by him. He's a brilliant man.
And finally, part of the Frankie Dettori story. Who writes his scripts, John?
I don't know. He had a good cup of coffee with me before, and I think that just got him rolling.
Well done. That was clearly it. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Well, Frankie Dettori's farewell tour, the farewell year, continues to be written by a Hollywood scriptwriter. This is ridiculous, Frankie. It just keeps happening.
It is mental. I'll be honest with you. I thought, well, 3 Group 1s, 3 good rides. To have 2 in the bag already with a derby to go is crazy. I mean, I'm stuck for words. I'm sorry. Stuck for words.
Talk me through the race, because you had to make a decision with her draw.
She jumped good, and then I was looking for somebody's wheel to follow. I didn't want to stuck wide. I wanted to get behind Ryan, but William already had that position. So then I thought, well, Oisin is out of the way. I thought the one to beat now is Ryan and William. So I parked myself behind William to try to get her to relax. The pace was honest. And then we come nearly out of Tattenham corner, and William just died in front of me. So she's got very little experience, so I thought, you know, even if I go a little bit wide, but at least I'll have a clean air to the straight. And then I had to avoid the other pacemaker, so I went even more wide. And then Connor came up sides me, and I didn't ask for my filly's ultimate effort. And I thought, well, just buy your time and wait till just before the furlong mark. And I did, and then you're just on the lap of the gods. She either goes or not, and she did. And that was a great relief. And I was able to enjoy all the screaming of the crowd. I went, can you believe it won another Oaks?
Could you actually enjoy that final?
Yeah, I loved it, yeah. Yeah, I knew I won. And usually it's custom, when you win the Oaks, they give you an oak tree. The last one I got for an opponent, I think, or no, Snowfall.
Yeah.
My dog decided to play with it, so she ripped around the garden. So I could do with a new tree, and now hopefully I'll get another one.
Well, I think you'll probably definitely get that tree. But how special to be able to actually enjoy the end of the Oaks like that. That must be brilliant in your final year.
Yeah, because honestly, you know, I was in the back of the field. When I passed them on, I knew that it was, you know, was nobody behind me. So I was able to, once I got rid of Connor, then I thought, well, nobody's going to come now. And yeah, I was able to, you know, you don't get many opportunities. Maybe it was Snowfall, and I was 20 lengths clear.
Yeah.
But it was great because all the owners are here. The Oppenheimers, the Bamford, John Slack, of Emily John, and all the gang, and the breeders, the managers, everybody's here. So to go home and say I've done 100% jobs, great.
And the way that you've talked me through that race, it just talks about all of your experience, isn't it? You know, that's what that is what you drew upon to make those decisions, those crucial decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I would have loved to be fourth behind Ryan, but it didn't happen. So I have to, you know, I have to ride my horse to suit the style of racing. And I thought, you know, she's not experienced enough to go through them. You know, don't be stupid. Just keep it simple, get it organised, and go and win your race. And that's what I did.
I still know there's another half year to go, but you're going to miss this, aren't you?
Well, at the moment things are going well, but you can easily mess up in this game, you know. 5 months is a long time. Look, at the moment I'm enjoying it, Lydia. Thank you.
And a rest tomorrow?
And obviously, look, I wished it was more rain around, but he's a good horse. He deserves a good chance, and the way Johnson and Thady's horses are running, anything is possible.
Absolutely, and thinking about Emily Upjohn, I'm a great ander, and thinking about Emily Upjohn and Soul Sister, how would you compare the two?
Well, Soul Sister, she's nowhere near what she's going to be. She's still weak, unfurnished, but she's got lots of talent. So, you know, I probably suspect that she stay with the free rolls, maybe go to Ireland, something like that.
John was suggesting she might be the quicker of the two.
Well, not the way Emily went today.
Well, he was saying Emily 1.5 horse, Soul Sister maybe, and you could go to the Eclipse with her, but she was thinking that Soul Sister might be a bit more versatile. What's your perspective?
Yeah, look, she's very light framed and she can only improve. She just showed she's very talented, that's all.
Okay. Well, I'll see you here tomorrow then after the Derby, Frankie. Congratulations.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.